Are you ready to work today on decluttering CDs, DVDs, and maybe even some video games? Go to where you have the CDs in your house. I'm ready. And I'll see you there. Bring sturdy bags and maybe small boxes if you want to store these digital items somewhere else. Okay, see you there. Desk. I'm standing on his desk. This is the ceiling. This is his bookshelf. This is the only place in the house now where we have CDs, except the garage or the attic, where we have about 4 or 5 boxes packed full of CDs. My husband's a musician, and getting rid of CDs and records and 8 tracks is very hard. So we just put them in boxes. I had him go through and rip the ones he wanted to keep. I hope you're at your CDs. I didn't have him do that, okay? He did it on his own. I'm not the boss around here. It's a democracy. Okay. So these are the CDs we have left. So I'm just standing here kind of like Vanna White because I'm not going to touch these. You know why? They're not mine. This one is mine. The Police. Message in a Box. It's amazing. And I still have it. This is one thing about CDs. If you're standing by all the CDs and they're not yours, leave them alone. You can go through and make sure that the CDs are in the right jackets or whatever, and you can talk to whoever CDs they are, or records they are, or cassette tapes they are. I've seen a lot of cassette tapes in my job as an organizer. A lot. You can talk to that person about maybe burning them or something. I'm going to give you some ideas on your own. If they are yours, let's go through them and see which ones you are excited to listen to. And what I'd like you to do is take your phone, if you are subscribed to Spotify or Apple Music or something like that, whatever is popular now when you're watching this video, things change. And put the ones that you do want to listen to, mark them in Spotify so they will come up, and you will actually listen to them. And then you can get rid of the physical CDs, either by donating them, or just trashing them, or putting them in a small, like a moving box or plastic box, closing them down, writing CDs on it, and sticking them in some storage area of your house if you have room. If you don't have any storage room, this is a great place to make some room, because when was the last time you listened to a CD or a record? If you like have a record player in your living room and you're listening to records all the time, I'm not talking to you, because you're using them and you're getting a lot of joy from them. I'm talking about those of us who are of a certain age who bought all these babies in the 90s and haven't touched them since Napster came around and then left. If you find a mixtape, that's right, mixtapes. I did this with a bunch of my mixtapes that I found one time organizing. I just got out the jacket because, like any good 80s kid, I wrote down every song on the jacket of the mixtape, along with like a collage from the United Colors of Benetton catalog. And so then I looked at every song on there and put it into a Spotify and made a playlist and called it the same thing. So now I have a few playlists on my Spotify that immediately take me back to 1992, 1985 for the other one, a couple other ones too that I don't remember the exact year, but it's pretty awesome because not even my car has a tape deck anymore. So do that with your CDs, please. Go through each one. If you don't ever want to hear it again, please put it in a shopping bag and donate it, or just throw it in the trash if you don't know exactly where to donate it. Usually you can take it to a general donation spot. They'll usually take CDs. They probably will not take cassettes, but they might. Some artists use them, like for art installations now. Next, we're going to go to wherever you have your VHS tapes and DVDs. Now I'm in my living room where I have our movie stuff, the DVDs, and you might have VHS and things please go wherever you have those, your movies on tape, and let's talk about it. I also looked up prices for reselling records and reselling CDs online. I forgot to tell you that. And I found a whole bunch of records. I looked up Paul Simon because I thought he's a pretty popular guy. I looked up Paul Simon and Queen and the Grateful Dead, I think I looked up. Anyway, there were just tons of them available on eBay, and so nobody was buying them. There's just too many of them for them to be worth much right now. I also looked up CDs to see how much you could get for those, and it was very negligible, and on eBay no one was bidding on those either. So sorry to bust your get rich quick scheme. These are better off donated or trashed. Thank you. Unless you're going to listen to them all the time, like I said, unless you're actually using them. I want you to, if you have VHS tapes, I just want you to put them in a bag and put them in your trash can right now. Because I did some research for you. Seriously, get them out, start putting them in the bag if you have VHS tapes. If they are home movies, put them in the box or a different bag, and you can take those to be made digital if you want to. But all the VHS tapes, I did some research for you. You're welcome. And looked up the Disney classic VHS tapes, you know, that everyone seems to have. And that is the thing. Everyone has them. If you don't have them, your parents have them. If your parents don't have them, your grandparents have them. So even on eBay, they're not selling at all. There are tons of them up for auction. None of them had any bids because there are so many. So yes, they're terrific movies, but let go of your VHS tapes now, please. Thank you. That's all I'm going to say about that. Put them in a bag. Don't even think about it. Don't. They're taking up a ton of room. Throw them away. Next. Wasn't that fun? Okay, next, DVDs. DDDs, as my nephew called them when he was little, I think. DDD. Okay, got a bunch of DVDs. First of all, do you watch them? That's the number one thing I want to ask you right now. Do you have a DVD player in your living room? Do you have a DVD player in your car? Wherever you watch the DVDs, that's where I want you to keep them. So if you only watch them in your car, take them and put them in your car because they don't need to be in your living room taking up space. I did some research for these two because I was wondering. I looked up a couple movies. We don't have very many of these, honestly, because we just don't. So you're looking at your DVDs. Look at the ones that I want you to get out the ones that you want to watch multiple times. The cult classics, like I have right here. The Wizard of Oz. If you want to resell this baby, I'm going to put a link at the bottom, and I'm going to tell you how much you're going to get. That's a 0.23. Less than a quarter for this bad boy right here. So don't keep on thinking that you're going to make any money selling them, please. Keep them because you want to watch it every Christmas or whatever, you know, every time there's a rainbow. Kill Bill, same thing. I watched this movie right before my son was born. I mean, like minutes before he was born. So I have to keep this. But if I wanted to sell it, I would get 20 cents. Okay, so let them go. Let them go. Only keep the ones that you really are going to watch multiple times. Because everyone knows, you say it with me, we have Netflix, we have Apple TV, we have Roku, we have whatever other amazing thing has been invented by the time you watch this video. You can watch any movie you want for $3.99. And what I decided, the reason we don't have any DVDs here, is because I decided that as little as we actually have to pay to rent a movie, because we have some monthly subscription services, so pretty much everything we want to watch is free with the subscription. But when there is a movie that we want to watch, it's $3. And that, to me, those $3 like maybe once a week or less often, is worth not having any DVDs in my living room. Because then I'd have to have a piece of furniture in which to store them. That's not something I'm into. If you have great pride in your DVD collection and it makes you happy to look at it, keep it. So you can spend this time right now making sure that the right discs are in the right containers. That could take a long time for some of you. That is another thing that's like exercise. It's better to do that every time you watch the video. I know you know that, but will I please explain that to your children and your husband? Just have them watch the video. Some of these we may have outgrown, you think? So I'm going to let these go. That's the story with DVDs. I did take all of our family videos and had them scanned. You can do that pretty much anywhere, right? You know, Walmart, Costco, send them online, wherever you want to send them. I sent in all of our precious family videos, and that's what all of these are. And now I'm kind of regretting it because we don't have a DVD player on which to watch them. We can watch them, I think, on the Xbox, and that's what we could do. But now I have all of these home videos, and now, I don't know, I guess we need to rip them so that they will just be, you know, in the cloud. Whatever. Yes, but that's what we're down to, just those. Okay, that's my little DVD collection. How's yours looking? The next thing I think you might have are video games. These I found out after we had bought about 4 of them that you can buy them just the digital version in the cloud with your subscription to Nintendo or Xbox or whatever it is. Once you finish your DVDs, if you would like to look through your video games, those you can take to a GameStop or somewhere and usually resell them for a little more than 20 cents. So that could be worth it. Will you please tell me in the comments what's your favorite videos? Which videos did you end up keeping? I'll tell you mine in the comments too. You can go to the Facebook group where the conversation is a little safer than on, you know, some big platforms. And we can talk about our favorite movies that we found or some mixtapes that you found. I'd love to hear about those. I hope that you are sitting by bags of DVDs to donate and bags of things to throw away, and you made some great space in your house today. I hope so, because you're worth it. I will see you tomorrow. Great job. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. You can also join our private Facebook group, especially set up for the Clutter Challenge. Look in the description of this video for links and more details.